This video is not financial advice. Do your own research. Never risk money you cannot afford to lose. People keep asking the same question. Why didn't Altseason come? Prices went up and down. Social media got excited many times. But the big rotation into altcoins did not really happen. Today, I will explain why. I will also show where the money went and what must change before a real alt season can start. I will keep this very simple. Short sentences, plain words. Only the mechanics that matter. First, what is alt season? In simple terms, alt season is when money moves out of the biggest coins and into many smaller coins. It is not just one or two names pumping for a week. It is broad. Many altcoins rise together. This usually happens when people feel safe, when big coins are calm, and when there is extra money looking for higher risk and higher reward. So why didn't we get that? Because liquidity, the money that actually moves, did not choose altcoins. It chose safety. It chose clarity. It chose places where the path is simple and the rules are clear. Let me explain where the money went. First, a lot of money moved into Bitcoin and Ethereum, especially through regulated products like spot ETFs in some countries. Why? Because these products feel safer to many people. They have simple access. They fit into existing accounts. For big investors, this is easier than opening new exchange accounts or learning new coins. So when new money came in, it mostly went to BTC and ETH. When money left the market, it often left from altcoins first. Second, a lot of money sat in stablecoins. This is like parking in a safe lot while you wait. When people are unsure, they hold stablecoins and watch. If new stablecoins are being created, that means new money is entering the system. If the total supply of stablecoins is flat or falling, that means money is not rushing in. Without fresh money, it is hard for altcoins to rise together. Third, leverage got cleaned out many times. Open interest fell, then slowly came back, then fell again. Every time leveraged positions are wiped, altcoin liquidity gets thinner. Order books feel light. Small sells move price more than normal. This makes people nervous. Nervous people do not rotate into risk. They wait. Fourth, dominance stayed high. When Bitcoin or Ethereum dominance is strong, there is less space for altcoins to run. A healthy alt season usually needs two things at once: calm majors and falling dominance. If majors are still volatile or still sucking in flows, rotation gets delayed. Fifth, the wider market sent mixed signals. Volatility rose at times. Credit spreads widened in some periods. Funding costs jumped during stress. When the cost of money rises and uncertainty increases, investors prefer simple, big, liquid assets. Altcoins are the last stop in the chain, not the first. Now let's talk about why liquidity escaped from altcoins. Think of liquidity like water in connected bowls. The biggest bowls are BTC, ETH, and stablecoins. The smaller bowls are altcoins. When stress hits, water moves from the small bowls back into the big bowls. Sometimes it even leaves the whole table and goes back to cash. When stress calms down, water can flow back into the small bowls. But it only flows back when people feel two things. First, that the big bowls are stable. Second, that new water is coming onto the table. There is also a plumbing problem in the old payment world. Many cross-border payments still need pre-funded accounts. That means money has to sit in the wrong place, waiting. When markets are stressed, that is painful. Because you might need the money here, but it is parked there. This is why there is a global push for faster rails and richer message standards. Better rails do not choose one coin. They reduce waiting time and reduce errors. When rails improve, money can move more efficiently. Over time, efficient rails can support more risk-taking. But first, the rails have to be real and stable. So, what would make alt season actually begin? Not a calendar date, not a rumor. It needs a set of signals that say, money is ready to rotate. Here are the signals in plain language. Signal 1. Stablecoin net supply rising. If the total amount of stablecoins grows for weeks, it means new money is entering. New money is the fuel for rotation. Signal 2. Dominance stops rising and starts drifting down. We do not need a crash in dominance. We just need it to stop climbing and start easing. That opens space for altcoins. Signal 3. Majors calm down. We want Bitcoin and Ethereum to get quieter, with smaller daily ranges. When majors are calm, people feel safe to look for risk elsewhere. Signal 4. Order books and open interest rebuild in alts. Not crazy leverage, just steady growth. Depth comes back. Small trades no longer move price too much. That is a good sign. Signal 5. Futures versus spot looks healthy. A small positive basis can be fine, but extreme premiums or big funding spikes are not helpful. We want normal conditions, not hot money chasing. If 2 or 3 of these signals turn positive at the same time, a rotation window can open. Now let's answer the big question. When might liquidity return to altcoins? No exact date, but we can describe the setup. First, majors settle into a calm pattern. Lower volatility, narrow ranges, fewer liquidations. Second, stablecoin supply grows for several weeks, not one day. A trend. Third, dominance flattens or drifts down. Fourth, altcoin order books get thicker. You notice it in how price reacts. Less slippage, more steady bids. Fifth, the wider market is not flashing red. Funding costs are normal. Credit spreads are not blowing out. When we see this cluster of signs, rotation becomes more likely. Let me also clear up a few wrong beliefs that hurt people. Wrong belief 1. A single headline will start Altseason. No, one headline can move price for a day, but without depth and new money, the move fades. Wrong belief 2. It is all about one coin. No, Altseason is broad by definition. If only a few names move, that is speculation, not rotation. Wrong belief 3. You can time it with a calendar. No. Markets follow money, not months. You must watch flows and depth, not dates. Wrong belief 4. If majors pump, alts will instantly fly. Often the opposite is true at first. Money chases majors, dominance rises, and alts pause. Rotation comes later, after majors calm down. Now, what about infrastructure and real-world rails? Do they matter for Altseason? Indirectly, yes. When payment rails get better, when we see go live, production, interlinking, and richer message standards, the system becomes more efficient. Efficient systems reduce friction. Lower friction can support more risk-taking later. But this is a background force. It builds the road. It does not flip the switch by itself. You might also ask, what about assets like XRP or other tokens that promise fast settlement? Where they reduce total cost and where rules are clear, they can be used for operations. But this happens in pockets, not everywhere at once. It depends on depth, volatility, custody, and clarity. If those are in place, small working balances can support real flows. If those are missing, risk teams will say no. This is normal. Payment systems use what works, where it works. Let's make a simple weekly routine you can follow in 5 minutes. Same day, same time. No complex tools. Ask yourself, 1. Is stablecoin supply growing this week? If yes, that means new money is coming in. 2. Is Bitcoin or Ethereum dominance flat or slowly falling? If yes, space is opening for alts. 3. Are majors calmer than last week? Smaller ranges, fewer wipes? If yes, confidence is improving. 4. Are altcoin order books thicker? Less slippage on normal size? If yes, depth is returning. 5. Does futures versus spot look normal? No huge premiums, no crazy funding? If yes, speculation is under control. If 3 or more answers are yes, rotation risk-on becomes more likely. If 3 or more answers are no, be patient. No rush. Waiting is a position too. Let's close with the honest reason Altseason did not arrive. It is simple. Liquidity went to the safest, clearest paths: BTC, ETFs, and stablecoins. Leverage was cleaned out many times. Dominance stayed high. New money came in slowly. Altcoin depth thinned. That is not a mystery. It is the normal chain of events when the system is cautious. So when does it return? When the system stops being cautious. When new money grows. When majors relax. When dominance eases. When depth rebuilds in the long tail. You do not need a date. You need these signs. One last time. This video is not financial advice. Use simple signals. Use common sense. If the signs line up, rotation may start. If they do not, it is okay to wait. Thank you for listening.